All right, guys, we're live. We're gonna try this out today with the new camera. Go ahead and share the stream. Get some folks in here. Got somebody coming in. Who we got in here so far? Good morning. Hope you guys enjoyed the new camera. We finally got it working. Rob Garman's in the house. Granddad's Forge. What's up, brother? Adam, how you doing, buddy? You guys share the stream for me, please. I forgot to share it this morning, trying to get this thing set up. This is going to be the every other Saturday live stream because, like I said, my wife's back to work now, and she gets every other weekend off, so I can do a live stream when she's off because she can take care of the kids. So we're going to be doing it on Thursday night and every other Saturday. So we won't be doing one next Saturday, but we will have one the following, depending on the date. I think it's the weekend of the 8th. The weekend of the 8th, I'm not going to be able to do a live stream because I am helping a friend of mine, John Norwood at Old Hickory Forge. He has a craft show that he is going to. He needs some help setting up, and I'm going to help him. Should be fun. We got in here. Oh, you guys like the camera, huh? Pure, serious pixel action, huh? Curtis McPherson, John Coffey. Ain't you turning wrenches? No, it ain't raining up here yet, Jonathan. Hopefully it stays away. Hopefully. See here. See if I can get used to working with this computer and the camera at the same time. It's going to be interesting, guys. I've got to practice because on Saturday mornings, I believe I am by myself with this. Which was better? Well, it'd help if my cords weren't under my laptop to where I could move the camera. There we go. Maybe if I turn this light on over here beside me. Can you see me well? How well can you see me? Can see every hair in my beard. Yeah, I like that. Start counting. There's a lot of them. It's clear even without the light. So that looks pretty good. You guys can see me pretty good there. I'm going to do a couple tests while the forge is heating up. Bard Casperson, good morning, sir, or afternoon where you are. Okay, so you guys can see me without the light. We're going to leave the light off then. How's that? How's the anvil look? Good and clear there. Can you see it? Mike Savage, good morning. You guys share the stream, hit the like button. Come on in. Too clean. This thing ain't. Now it's kind of clean. This thing's covered at scale, bud. What are you talking about too clean? And that's not even the bad side. The bad side's got a lot of scale on it. Seems like everybody always has one side of their anvil that collects more scale than others. I guess because it's just the direction they initially wipe. That's just what collected on my anvil yesterday. On that side of the anvil stand. Ben Toombs, good morning. Matthew Nielsen, how you doing? Yeah, I just rake it off on the floor as well because I got dirt. I was talking to the old man Kane of the Kane & Sons, the original founder of Blacksmith's Depot, and he was telling me a little theory he had about forge scale on the anvil. He said unless you're a strictly forged and finished kind of guy, where you don't do any cleanup work, any rough grinds or anything like that. If you do that kind of, if you're forged to finish, and this probably isn't the best technique, but he said over his 70 years of experience, he has found that leaving the scale on his anvil actually keeps his workpiece hotter. He said that it creates a barrier between your heat sink and your piece of steel. Something that's like a neutral zone, he said. He doesn't lose heat near as fast when there's scale on the anvil face as he does when there's not scale on there. Something to keep in mind. I personally wipe it off. I don't like the ugly pitting it leaves on the steel, but you do have those people that like that rustic look, that value that comes with the pitted steel straight from the anvil. So it's something to keep in mind because he said that, I mean, a man with 70 years, you kind of got to take heed of what he's saying, right? He said that he's certain that his steel stays hotter longer when there's scale on his anvil face before he starts. Let's see, Shane Lalonde, how you doing? Caption live, asking questions. That's a good caption there, Granddad. Oh. Forge would heat up faster if I didn't have that in there. Piece of Damascus I'm twisted up and doing a weird pattern for a friend. Just pushing it in different cross sections and seeing what it looks like. Working on it last night and it's getting late. Shut her down. I don't know if I'm going to put an electric motor on my press, Mike. From the information I've gathered from other people, that press moves as fast with that gas motor as, and maybe sometimes faster than some guys that have the electric motor. Plus, the electric motor, you're going to lose some horsepower, I think is what they say. I would need a much bigger electric motor to get the same amount of power. I'm not certain about that, but that's what I heard. But this thing's cheap. It runs on gas. I fill it up once every couple of weeks, and it only holds a gallon. So $3 every couple of weeks to run, as opposed to a high-ass electric bill with the electric press. Still gonna have the whining in the background. All in all, this thing's fast. It's got plenty of power. I think I'm gonna leave the gas motor on until that thing shits the bed. Then we'll go to an electric motor. How do you go about getting one of your hammers free? Well, you don't. Sorry to say. I'm not in the business of giving away free hammers anymore. I tried that. When I decide to do it, I will do like a giveaway. I will not just be donating hammers to people anymore because it bit me in the ass. I started donating hammers to folks, and I got just that. People with their hand out daily asking me for hammers. And if I did that for everybody, I would never sell another hammer because I'm sure everybody that has bought a hammer from me wishes they could have got it for free, and it's not fair to them. All right, so we're going to do a couple different things today. I got some 1/4-inch rod here. My wife wants, she's seen some pendants, some twisted arcs that she likes, and we're going to give them a shot, see if we can make a few, see how you guys like them. And we're also going to work on consolidating the wrought iron billet some more that we were working on Thursday night, and drawing out that Damascus. So we got a good bit of stuff we're going to work on today, so you guys get to watch me play with my press a little bit, and do a little of this, do a little of that. Cupping bolster and putting a handle on your punch. Oh, so you're pretty close to making your own hammer. There you go. No, Dad, I ain't going to give you one. I'll help you make one, though. That way you can say you helped make your own hammer. I just got one of my own hammers, guys. I've been making hammers for everybody else for so long now that I ain't ever had time to make one for myself, and I finally got me one for myself. But as far as you, Pops, you know damn well anything you want, I help you make. You just got to come do it. All right, 16 of you watching, only got 11 likes. What's up with that, folks? Let's get this stream out there. I want to get some folks in here. Somebody go wake Ulf up. He always makes it exciting, don't he? I know it is nice to see me make my own hammer, ain't it? Or use my own hammer. About damn time. About damn time, right? Okay. What we're going to do, while that wrought iron's heating up, this quarter-inch stock will get up pretty quick. We're going to get that in there and see if we can mess around with that a little bit. If I can find a pair of tongs that will hold it. I'll just do it like that. Show you a little something I was working on last night too. I was thinking about getting John Coffey involved in it. I got some saw blades I'm making some bowls out of. I also thought about doing like a 3D mural. And what do you think? That kind of look like a sun to you guys? Have John Coffey paint this for me? What do you think? Hang that up like a sun and kind of do some steel murals of the sort. What do you think? Didn't take long to make the bowl out of old saw blades. You can see this saw blade's got the carbide teeth, and that is not good for blades. That's an indicative sign of crap steel. They use crap steel and because it's cheap, and then they just attach these little tiny pieces of carbide tips on there to make it sharp and hold an edge so it'll cut. So when you see blades that have those carbide tips, you know this isn't good for knives. So what do you use it for? You know? So then you can make stuff with it, you know, spacers, or use it for jigs of some sort, or you can make roses out of it, whatever. But it's not very thick for much else. But it makes a pretty cool bowl. Wonder where Mr. Beasley is. We only got 11 watching. We're getting ready to start forging, guys. Where's everybody going? All right, we're going to draw this down to a nice little point. Nice long taper. Square it up. Using the flat face of my hammer, just brandishing it back. We'll come back a little further with it. Oh, hey, Cynthia, how you doing? Pop's wife, that's awesome. Let's see here. D. Thomas, good morning. Yeah, those tall ammo cans are awesome, Rob. They're watertight. Just make sure you ask them when you're buying them if they've checked all of them. Generally, most surplus stores, when they pick these cans and stuff up, they'll fill them with water and test them, make sure they're watertight before they put them out, because the ammo can is supposed to be watertight. All right, we got it nice and squared, straight. We'll come back, we'll cut it off about right there. Okay? We need our hardy cut off tool. And wrought iron's coming up to temp still, so we still got a little bit before it's at weld temp. What I'm going to do with it, I'm going to take it out and I'm going to go long ways in my press. Just smash it down one time to compress the entire block at one time. See if we can just make it extremely homogeneous. To deep-fry your palate. You mean like your mouth, your taste buds, Alan? One good thing that is a palate cleanser. Ginger. That's one of the reasons why the Japanese use ginger with sushi. Because sushi's meant traditionally to be eaten in one whole piece. Okay, they cut it up in those pieces for a reason. You don't bite on half. Put the whole piece in there, and that's why they give you several different types on the plate with the ginger. Wasabi with the sushi, and the wasabi, and then the ginger after it is what they call the palate cleanser, to prepare your mouth for the next piece of fish so you get all the flavor out of it. So you try ginger. Take a couple pieces of ginger root that's sliced up, and just eat a couple pieces of that, and then you'll find that it will wipe your palate clean for anything else after that. If you've got a taste stuck in your mouth, ginger will clean it. Try ginger. All right, we're going to come back right here. Cut that off. Break it off there. Pull this. Fun part is holding this. Lettuce. I've never made tongs for that small stock. So we're going to have to improvise, I believe. There's some nice things. That came Take this down to a point as well. All right, we got 2 points there. I want to round just the points up. Just the points. I want the rest of the body up square. To make a hammerhead spring fuller. What do you mean? One size stock length. What I use to make a spring fuller depends on how you want to make your spring fuller. Are you going to cut the piece and attach them to a bar, or are you going to take a bar spring steel and just fold it in a U and weld a hardy shank on it? That's how are you going to make it. Personally, I would make the spring fuller out of something like that, and then just take pieces of stock, 5/8, 3/4, whatever. If you're doing it to isolate faces, cut you 2-3 inches off of it, weld them out this way, go in the same direction as that. That way you can stick your hammerhead through it, just hit it. That way your tool steel's just on the end and the rest can be mild. Or you can use spring steel if you really want to. All right, let's round these up. There. Nice and round points. We'll do the other one the same. All right, our wrought about at pretty much weld temperature, so we'll round this point up on this heart here, and then we're going to pull that wrought for a minute, take it out, and go to the press and try and smash it down. All right. Underestimating the length of the U-spring. There's no way I can tell you how long to make that, Adam. You need to do that on your own as far as your anvil face. If you wanted to go into your hardy, you need to have it long enough to where the U will start and stop in the center of the mass of your anvil. So if you want to put the fullers over the center mass, you need to have enough length on your U to come back past your hardy hole and look back past this way. You know what I'm saying? So I would say you need at least 18 inches to 2 foot for the U, depending on how long. Because I've got a 18-inch face here, 16, 18-inch face from table to tail to heel. And if I want it over the mass, I'm a good 7-8 inches from there. So I would go ahead and take 2 foot, make a nice U, and it would probably put the back of my U here, give me place for the hardy shank, and put my fullers up here somewhere. And that's what I would do. And weld your fullers underneath the steel. Don't weld them to the end. Weld the steel you're making for the bed, for the spring, to the top of it. Okay? All right, we're going to set this little bad boy right here for just a second. I'm going to arrange the camera for a second over to the press. Hopefully it starts. It ran out of fuel, so I had to fill it up. And sometimes if I let it run out, it doesn't like to restart on its own. The problem is it's got to reprime the carburetor because it ran out of fuel, so it's priming itself. I'm going to have to clean that carburetor, I believe. All right. And that's why you won't do a motor-powered press. Well, that's one of the downfalls if you know how to work on it. It's great. I don't need power. I don't need electricity. Power goes out, I can still run my press. Yeah, I use ethanol-free premium gas. Now, you guys got to remember, I've owned a landscaping company, so I understand the value of using ethanol-free, high-grade gas in your carbureted engines. I know that it breaks it down, it wears it out if you don't. Yep, I've run seafoam through it, but it's an old motor. Guys, bear with me now. I know everybody's got opinions on how to make it perfect, but again, I ask, where's y'all's press? It's not as easy as you think to keep it running in a shop, guys. When you're small time. I know all these things you guys are telling me. I understand that. Sometimes you just got to take what you got, work with what you got. You know, I'd love to go out and build a, factory-built press that does exactly what I need to do every time. Or I can save thousands of dollars and build one myself and fix it as I need to. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't like forced air burners on my forge because if the power goes out, I can't forge. Well, but then they scream, oh, but I need an electric press. What the hell are you going to do with your electric press if your power goes out? If you got that opinion about forges, why don't you have that opinion about presses, right? All right, so grab a pair of pliers here. We're gonna need, I'll grab a small pair, and we're gonna need a little small fuller. So we're gonna take the piece of stock that we cut off. We're gonna small tooth. I gotta find that piece of 1/4 inch stock. It must have fell down in my tank. That sucks. There's always something in it, folks. Well, we'll just use this as our fuller. Yeah, sorry if that felt like a rant. It's just there's a lot of folks out there with I would have done it this way or I would do it that way. Well, if you would, then by all means do it. Show me. Maybe I'll learn something. But don't say it if you don't do it. I'm pretty sure that you fell down here. Oh, it's laying right there. Found it. All right. Yeah, Joseph Fimble, you are exactly right. That new gas is shit. Ethanol gas is terrible for a carbureted engine. It does nothing but destroys the carburetor, the jets. You'll get one season out of it. It'll run great. Then once you let it set up, even if you clean all the fuel out of it, you got to put something in it, and it's going to deteriorate the jets, and it sucks. Use ethanol-free premium gas. All right. So, want to go ahead and find our center here of this heart. Give it that. Give it one of them. Okay? Being an idiot, I don't think I got it centered. It's okay. First time making one of these tiny little things. I can cut a little off and shorten that one side up. Pressing this down so I can fold it. The trick with Wrought, if you're combining, you got to fold and fold and fold and fold to get it all blended together. Let's take a little dip off there. All right, now I think we're more where we need to be for that center. I think the beautiful part about being a blacksmith, it's really hard to mess stuff up where you can't fix it. I mean, that happens, but you really got to be trying. I mean, you can fix it. More often than not, you can fix it. Just takes a little extra work, but you can fix it. And that brings up the next subject, my new t-shirt. It says on it, I'm a blacksmith. Who says I can't fix things with a hammer? Go check it out, teespring.com. Search County Line Forge. You go look at all the different products up there. Help support small growing channel, guys. Oh, we got a $10 super chat from John Coffey. Thank you, sir. You are the man. Everybody give him a hand clap. I see you guys already are. James, pay attention. You can't see. Sorry. Adam, it doesn't matter how many exclamation points you put in there. I cannot hear your comment. I apologize. Perks of doing things by yourself. All right. Now back to the pliers. I want to grab it about a ½ inch up from the center. You see where I got it? The rest, grab with the pliers up here, and we're going to twist this by hand one or two times. Just like so. And again, we're going to flip it around, and we're going to grab about a ½ inch up from that center and twist the other end of it. Oh, 200 knock from Ulf. What's up, brother? Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. If I had my mouse out here, I could scroll up. I hope I haven't missed any more, but it's hard to scroll up with gloves on. What are we making? We're making a few different things. Making a heart right now. We are making a heart. So you want to come up here, grab about a ½ inch up from that center point. Grab there. Give it a couple twists. Make it look pretty. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See what we got now? Got our center point, our two twists on each end. Now we're going to curl these points back. We're going to scroll them in a little bit to give them kind of that heart shape. You just forged, sir. Leave the chatting up to you guys. You got it, Ulf. Let's see. Mike Lowry, what's going on, brother? Kind of wonder how hard it would be ultimately to forge out a set of darts. I don't know if that would be too difficult, Al. That might be something to try on a live stream, bud. Give it a shot, man. I think you can do it. Forge you out a nice straight taper. Then make sure you get something that can get it perfectly level in your drill press vise. It'll take you like a 16th inch or half or 1/8 inch at the most. Drill bit, drill a little pilot hole in there, and then tap it out, and then buy you some of those fin attachments to put on the back of it to screw in there. Just tap it with the same threads as that, man. I think that would be pretty cool. All right, it's quite important. You got your center there. You want to turn where you put your fuller in for the center, turn it down before you start scrolling this, because you want these to. See what we got there? Same as the other end. We don't want to roll it all the way up. While that's eating, another run at the Wrought on its side this time. Try and get it all compressed down. I'm telling you guys, if you've never messed with wrought iron, it is a treat to forge. I mean, it is so easy to forge. It's ridiculous. I'm barely hitting this. I don't want to over forge it. I'm just trying to get it all even. Make it easier on the folding process. Can you guys hear me talk while I'm forging with the new camera? Let me know. If not, I'll be getting a lapel mic. Because it's hard working for the camera. You kind of have to stop and talk so they can hear you. If you don't have a microphone, and then you're losing heat. No, you don't want to lose heat. That's a waste of time and money. Come out, same thing. Scroll it over. Alright. Got them like we like them. Now you just close your heart up. Adjust it. Hopefully it comes out good. Like I said, it's the first one I've ever made, guys, so don't judge me. It's a mustache. A mustachio question, Alan. Do you like my mustache? There you go. That's for you, Alan. Audio is pretty loud. Plenty loud. You can hear me, but it could be better. Slightly broken up when I'm forging. Okay, so I'm going to get a lapel mic. I'm going to get a lapel mic, I do believe. All right, now it's simply just now we'll clean that up and just hang that from a put our sealer on it, the paste we made, and then put some paracord leather on there and got us a nice little necklace. First one, it's not perfect, guys, but when I'm not working for the camera, I will perfect it and make sure that it looks great. And then who knows, maybe we'll have to sell it on our Etsy shop. They don't take much to make. When I'm not working for the camera, it'll probably take me 2 weeks to make one of these. But there it is. Set that aside. Get on the phone. Time to cut it. Get this. Get a little bigger hammer. You're going to see just how easy this stuff is to work. See that? I've done about cutting all the way through this. Okay? That's all it took. That's all it took. Now, we can go just a hair deeper on that one side. Okay. Put some 4X on there just to float this scale out after we fold it. Because, like I said on the stream Thursday night, there's a lot of silicons and stuff in here. So you don't really got to 4X it or flux it. But it doesn't hurt if you do. It just splashes a little extra than normal is all. But you'll have that. Nice block there. Get that compressed down. Now we got time for that to come up well neat. We're not messing with that little bitty stock. We can chit chat. All right. How's everybody doing today? I think things been a little busy. I know I ain't been able to spend too much time talking to you guys, but let me spin this computer around here so I can see all these comments real well. A little different having to work with the computer because I keep coming up trying to grab the phone or the camera screen to scroll through the comments, but they're right there on the computer screen behind me or behind it. All talked out now, huh? Well, that sucks. Yes, Josh, that is wrought iron. I am consolidating a bunch of old hinges, making one big block of wrought iron. That way I can make a new mounting bracket for John Coffey's post vise that I got for him. It's hot and you need to get yard work done, but you're procrastinating. Wait until it's over. You're going out in the shop. All right. Am I still working on the new workplace? Yes, I'm waiting for the sides to get put up before I move anything into it. I want to put the sides up, run power, and then I'll start moving my stuff into it. And hopefully they'll be here this coming week to do the sides. Alan, are you speaking to me about the Kiridashi? Hurry on the shop, snows. No, there's no snow coming here anytime soon, Joseph. No time soon. I've probably got 4 or 5 months before the first glimpse of anything cold enough to resemble snow. We normally don't get snow here till late January, sometimes early January, late December, but really that's when it really gets cold enough here to snow up through March. We'll get some snow in March. Excuse me. We'll get some snow in March a little bit, maybe one in April. Oh, that's right. The one you're making for me to raffle quad steak. Yeah, I'm good on tea. Thanks, babe. Island Metal Forge. What's up, Yamez? How you doing, brother? You live streaming this morning after this? If so, everybody go check him out. Can't wait to see Miss Penny's long, luxurious beard. That's funny. Yeah, we don't get snow around Halloween. It's barely in the 50s in the Halloween here. Giveaway and birthday. Shiz, it's your birthday, Island Metal Forge? If so, happy birthday, man. Mine was Tuesday. Mr. Pender, how you doing, sir? Good morning, Adam Robbins. Good morning. All right, see if this is ready to stick. Looks like it is. Let me get my hat and glasses back on because this stuff is nasty. And I'm going to turn the camera down. How's that? This is kind of the reason why I stopped the live stream on the wrought iron, because I'm sure you guys don't want to be bored with having to watch me fold and draw it out, fold, draw it out, fold, draw it out, like I have to before it's ready to make the piece out of. Because I've still got that block from Roy. Now, that's plenty big enough to make that. It's a nice block of wrought iron, but I want to save that because I want to make the pommel out of that for my sword. Because I made the guard with that wrought iron, so I want to use that exact same block to make the pommel as well. So I didn't want to use that for this. Josh Major, have a good one, man. See you, Ulf. Have a good one, sir. Thank you for the support. As always, man, you are awesome. You need some files for Damascus. Find you a farrier. Dumbass, find you a farrier. They're around. Just Google them. Hit them up. Give them $1 a piece for their old files. That's more than they're going to get for taking them to the scrapyard. They'll be giving you more damn files than you'll know what to do with it. And they're all going to be good high carbon steel. They're all going to be rasps. Generally, most farriers these days use Save Edge or something of that nature. And Save Edge is an excellent, excellent, excellent steel. I've got a farrier here that I get files from. Let's see. Sam. Let's see. Somebody said good morning, Sam. I don't see. Like I said, I'm still getting used to using this. Oh, Gordon Family Forge. Okay, that's right. I don't blame you, Abby. You know that's why lawnmowers have headlights, right? They have headlights because you're meant to mow grass. Mow grass at night. That way you're not killing the grass. You burn it, you kill it, and you mow it in the heat of the day. It burns it up. Did you hear that pop? See that? Shoot all that shit out between them and making a weld. And now it's welded. Now all we do is compress it and draw it out again. We need a Friends of Ting hat. I was looking at Teespring, and I don't think they do t-shirt or do hats. I've got to find a different way. Well, you just contact me anytime you need to, Yames. Anytime, brother. You need a tip, I got them for you. A lot of people contact me about hammers, and I try to help everybody and anybody that contacts me about hammers because I don't not pull them on, toot my own horn, but I guess I'm starting to become kind of known for hammers. Maybe, I think. I'm not sure. You guys all seem to come to me, and a lot of YouTube channels are starting to send guys my way if they want tips on hammer making. And I guess it's kind of between me and Daniel Moss that's really on YouTube making hammers right now. So I'm sure Daniel Moss gets the same thing I get. He's getting people coming to him, probably in a lot more volume about hammers. I hail from the land of Hammerstein. How's that? I'll buy an island, I'm gonna name it Hammerstein. Have I seen anyone make a cupping tool from a 2-hitch ball? I've never made a cupping tool from one, but I did make my very, very, very first Hardy cutoff tool from a 2-inch trailer ball. You need to strip the vanadium off of it, though. The coating, soak it in acid or something for a little bit. Strip that coating off there, and you're good to go. Yeah, man, we'll see you, brother. I'll try and catch you live stream once I get wrapped up and settled down from mine. That's awesome, Dustin. Get them in there. Hammer ends are great. Now notice how smooth the camera moves, right? It's got a gimbal up here in the eye that makes it float when I move it. It's not all fancy schmancy like Roy and Jessica's. They've got that actual gimbal that they mount theirs in. So they got the gimbal in their screen plus the gimbal that it's on, and it's real. Theirs is extremely smooth. I'll get there one day. Speaking of Roy and them, I ain't seen them in here. They must not have got the notification. They generally catch most of the live stream. All right, we'll have one more loud pop here, guys. There we go. she's solid now. One little piece right there that needs to take, but other than that, it's ready to draw out. It's probably about a 2.5 pound to 3 pound block right now. Hang some of the tongs up that I use regularly that I ain't using right now. Get them out of the way over there. Tong collection steady growing, guys. Soon I'll be making some tong racks. Luca LaFarla, how you doing? Anyone want to come be a second sledgehammer? Oh, I think it's rite of passage to make the first one on your own there, Ivy. Peter Tricker's in the house, old Dad Rat. Go check him out as well, guys. Ting Ting, you see or what? You see the spinal surgeon September 10th. That's awesome, Adam. Pipe down, Penny. Me and Dustin are talking. See, I gotta figure out a way to scroll. There we go. Catch up on some of these comments. How's the shop coming along? So far, I'm still waiting on the walls. That's smart, Craig. Never say that's a woman that can handle a hammer. It'll hurt you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to clean the parts of this thing. She's prime now. She's trying to get up now. Press it down real nice. All right, now we're gonna work on getting this thing pressed down the rest of the way and drawn out. leave you over there for now because we're going to use the press a little bit. The motor, the camera is adjusting for the volume of the motor. Yes, that's a forced air burner, Luca. I've got a forced air double burner back there that you hear. The motor doesn't sound that loud. Well, that's awesome. That's great. That's what we want, right? That's what we want. You know, we start bringing more money in here as things pick up. Maybe we'll have the money to get a professional built press and power hammer. But for now, I'll just have to. No, Luke, I'm sure one day maybe I'll replace it with an electric motor if things were to, if I get like a professional built one. And it'd be nice to have a flip switch, you know, with a big enough motor. Once I get 220 run out to the shop over there, I can run up whatever size electric motor I need to compensate for the loss of power that I'll get when I switch to electric. The blower is still annoying to your better half. And hopefully once we get set up in the other shop, guys, I'll have a different blower for this thing from Blacksmith Depot that's really quiet. The only problem is hard to find a blower on a budget for a forced air forge that pushes enough cubic feet of air to do what you need it to do without getting that loud whistle. It's what it is. I'm sorry. But a new blower will be coming soon. Pressed it on its side a little much. It made it split a little bit, but it's wrought iron, so it will weld back. No doubt about it, it will weld back. It's not like regular steel. Once you get a delam in regular steel, it's kind of tough unless you split it apart, clean it. Wrought iron, it'll weld back. Yeah, it's the high pitch. That's what I'm trying to get rid of. Generally, your post ice is wrought iron. Most post vise that are old are made of wrought iron, like Iron Cities, Peter Wrights, things like that. Pre-World War post vise are generally wrought iron. D. Thomas, take care, brother. We'll see you later. The billet is made of wrought iron. That I don't know how many cubic feet per minute blower I need. I just know I need one that can push the same cubic footage as a shop vac. Anything smaller than a shop vac isn't working for it. You know, people say, oh, what about a compressor? Well, a compressor is great. It shoots PSI, not cubic feet. I don't need PSI. I need volume. Not pressure, I need volume. So, kind of got to go with blowers. Yeah, weld it back up nicely. Now we're going to try and draw out that bar of Damascus. Bring it down here. We're going to try and square these sides up now because we pressed it down on a weird cross section. So the sides are round and they need to be square. All right. Flux it up. Then we're going to brush it real good, take a look at it. See if there's any D-lands. Flux, the reason I'm fluxing it before I clean it, the flux will help take and pull all that scale off for me when I brush it. And the wrought iron, like I said, we're not going to draw the wrought iron out with the press. We're going to do it by hand. I just use the press just to compress it good enough to get a good weld on it. Greg J, we'll see you later. Got me some new cups too for out here, new jugs. All right. Yeah, I got my new camera working. Yeah, these jugs are awesome. And it also, I don't have it in there right now because it wasn't frozen yet, but it's got a thing in the center where a big frozen block screws into the cap and hangs down here and keeps all your drink cold with the straw. It's not a disposable straw either, just for you Californians out there. Trying to be a hammer maker like James, not a blade guy. Yeah, I feel you, Ivy. I'm trying to do some more blades than I normally do because I'm starting to enjoy it a little bit. That's why I'm getting with this Damascus like I am. But my love for hammers will never die. My love for tool making will always be my roots. See why you wear safety gear when you're messing with wrought iron? That shit goes everywhere. Just squaring it up for now. Set it to the side, let it chill for a little bit. Focus on that Damascus for a few minutes, see if we got any inclusions or delabs there that we got to deal with, okay? So far, so good. See a couple low spots, drop D-lands. It's just where the fold happened. It's welded up though, it's solid. We're going to flex it up just to be safe, and we're going to run it through the press. I'm in the middle of making the foot pedal. I've got this part made, and I've got the rod that attaches from here up to the handle and the piece for the handle attached. I just got to wait. I'm going to wait till I move the press over into the other place to finish mounting it, because I got to weld a eye and some stuff like that to the bottom of this thing, get a rod welded to the stand where this will slide on there. And this thing right here should make a nice little rocker pedal to make it go up and down. I am making a video on it too, Ben, so don't worry. See you later there, Dad Brett. Old Peter Tricker's out the door. You gotta say bye to Peter. I'm in the process also, guys, of having some dies milled flat for the press. I'm going to have a couple pieces of railroad track milled perfectly flat and level. That way we'll have a nice set of flat dies, and then I can go from there, and I'm going to start making a lot of different tooling. The new shop is 16 by 20, 14 foot to the center peak, 10 foot on the walls. Tall. Big. Plenty big. Pretty good sized billet there. I want to go one more round through it because I want to. It's a little fatter on the back end than it is up there, so I need to draw. It's going to get probably another 2 inches longer. I'm going to keep this width up here. See how it's thinner here than it is there? I need to draw that out and compress this in a little bit to bring this back into the same size as that front part. Taking, it's always smart. You're doing Damascus or something to press four extra flux. Stuff sticks to your dies. Scale does. And if you come back and put a clean piece and go in there and ain't paying attention, it's going to leave that impression in your steel. So you need to go back and clean the crap off your dies, scrape it off. Dayspring Metalworks, what's going on? Ed Gray Wolf, we'll see you, bud. Joe Cole, how's it going, brother? Working on some Damascus. Yeah, the honey-do list, man. It's Saturday. Happy life, happy wife. Or happy wife, happy life. Excuse me. You're working on getting food. I heard that, Coffee. I gave you a thumbs up. Thank you, baby. This is 1084, 15 and 20. It was a twisted billet. It's the last cut off of the twisted billet that wasn't completely twisted. So I spun it half a twist, and I flattened one side one way, one side the other way, and then I brought them opposite of each other and flattened them down. So hopefully it's going to leave a pretty good pattern. I want to do an etch on it before we go today. So once I get done drawing this out, I'll kill the forge. I'll go in there with the grinder real quick, run it down, and come back out and drop it in the etch so you guys can kind of see what we're working with. If you guys want to wait around that long. All right, got it all evened up enough. We got some rag back here that we're going to lose. No big deal. Not much, maybe a half inch of the billet. But that's to be expected when making Damascus. All right. One more time with the heat. Scale it. It's all scaled up. I'm going to get that scale off with some flux and then hit it with a grinder. got a piece in here in the shop I'm going to grab real quick. It's already kind of cleaned up enough to show you kind of what we're going for. That way you really won't have to watch this if you don't want to. That. That's kind of what we're going for. It's a twist, but this one, the twists are going to be opposite of each other, really. That right there is enough to make a knife. It's 3/8, maybe ½ inch thick. I think it's about ½ inch thick, 4 inches long, 1.5 inches wide. Yeah, I think it's going to look really good as well, Motorcycle Man. Warm the vinegar up, Alan. If you're going to pickle with vinegar, I'd say warm the vinegar up first. Warm vinegar always works best. That's actually what that would make a full-size knife. This piece weighs about 1 pound. Okay, that's ½ inch thick, 1.5 inches, 3/4 wide, 4 inches long. That'd draw out to a good sized knife. Oh, if you're cleaning scale off, vinegar works. Either way, vinegar works best heated up. That's what pickling is, Alan. Just so you know, pickling is taking the scale off. You put it in there, you let it pickle. It's going to remove all the crud, crap, and crust, and rust, and oxides and stuff like that. What can you can use sand. You don't even need borax as long as you got the steel clean. Borax is not a magical welding dust. It just helps keep oxygen off of your welding surfaces for you to get a good weld. If you're not using borax or flux or something like that, you got to be fast. You got to be real fast, okay? Driving and listening, huh? Looks like you're typing. Big Jim's wife is in the house. Where's Big Jim? All right, we'll clean this off. Get all this crap off, make it easier to grind, because Lord knows grinding through scale sucks. Keep scaling up, that way it's not so rough on my belts. Keep brushing it till it drops below a scaling beat. That shit right there is where it's going to get hammered. Tell you what, see some imperfections or some bulges, line some up a little bit. Once this cools, we'll go in there minute with the grinder. I don't know if I can take you guys with me with there being a laptop involved, but it won't take me but a second, maybe 5 minutes if you guys want to hang out for me to clean this up enough to edge it so we can see what we got. But we're gonna let this cool, work on this raw a little more while that's cooling off enough for me to go hit it with the sander. It don't have to be cold. It's got to be cool enough to where it don't catch my belts on fire. Cleaning the shop, didn't know you were going to be on. Wifey had to tell you. Well, awesome, wifey. Thank you. Bob was here early. He's just ignoring you. B&B Ford's in the house. Dylan Shook. Yeah, guys, for you guys who do not know, I'm going to be doing, hopefully, every other Saturday. Every Thursday, but every other Saturday, we're also going to do a live stream for those who missed the Thursday streams. I can't do them every Saturday because I'm busy, plus my wife works now, and she only has every other Saturday off to take care of the kids. Sprinkled Donut Forge. What's he doing over there? Mr. Duncan, what are you doing over at Sprinkled Donut Forge? I love to boost you guys' channels. That's awesome. But I also want to make it clear. If I said someone, I want to like your content. Nothing personal, but I boost everybody's channel. I subscribe to the channels that I like. If I missed your channel, that doesn't mean I don't like your channel. It just means I missed your channel. But that being said, I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of just anybody throwing up a YouTube channel just because they got a camera sending people over there. You know, they got to have some kind of content that's drawing a crowd. They got to have some kind of content that sets them apart. What are you doing differently than everybody else? You know, are you just another guy on YouTube? Am I going to be giving you a recommendation saying, hey, this guy's doing great stuff, and then 3 months later, your ass isn't there anymore because it fizzled out like a fart in the wind? So I want to see how the longevity of channels before I start sending people over there. So it's nothing personal, you know what I mean? I want to make sure the channel's going to last because I know we all have seen it, and it's kind of the unspoken thing right now. There's so many channels just popping up left and right. They can't all be great channels. I mean, they can, but it's highly unlikely. My channel's new, you know what I mean? It took me almost a year to break 100 subscribers. Well, 7 months, 8 months, break 100 subscribers. You got to have content, regular content that's keeping their attention, that's worthy of them coming and checking you out, you know, because at certain points, is it just a pity subscription because you don't have subscribers? I don't know what you're doing. I'll go check you out. And if I like it, I'll hit that subscribe button. Am I enjoying full time? Absolutely, I am. Don't take what I said as a discouragement to have a YouTube channel by any means. If you like making videos on what you're doing, keep doing it. By God, keep doing it because you'll find your niche. It'll show that you like it. You know, you won't fizzle out in 3 months. You're going to find a way to keep putting out content, and your audience is going to grow. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I don't want you to give up on it just because of what I said. I'm not trying to say every other YouTube channel is just another freckle on a ginger's ass. You know what I mean? Just like every other one, it's not. It's just you have to have something special to make your channel have some longevity. You understand? And if you really do like it, stick at it. Stay with it. And it'll come to fruition. It'll happen. But you got to show some seriousness and some dedication before you start expecting people to show that back to you. No. Because I mean, it kind of goes into what the Roy Rant video. I agree with him 110%. Just because you got to handle a hammer and a forge, sure you want to be a blacksmith, but are you already? That doesn't make you a successful blacksmith. It doesn't. If you ain't got the time and the hours put into it, like every other blacksmith in the history that is a successful blacksmith, you're not a successful blacksmith. You're a guy beating on steel in hopes of becoming a successful blacksmith. Now that being said, it's quite possible to become a successful blacksmith. You just got to stick at it. Practice, practice, practice. Keep on, perseverance. Don't give up. Don't let people tell you nothing. Okay. Of course, let them tell you no if it means you're going to blow yourself up if you don't listen to them. That's where common sense comes in. But as far as like you're not a successful blacksmith just because you jumped on YouTube and started a channel. You're not a successful blacksmith just because you got a Patreon. You know, there's more to it. Before I ever made a video, I can't even begin to count the hours I had in my forge before I made a video. And before I got in my forge, I can't even count the amount of hours I spent watching shows, watching videos, reading books, going on forums, talking directly to smiths, watching demos at fairs, things like that. It's just, you kind of get a feeling. You know, I had this feeling when I'd walk into, say, the Renaissance Festival, and I'd walk past every other booth in that damn place all the way to the back side of the Renaissance Festival to go watch the blacksmith. And I like dragons, I like all that stuff, but I was there for the blacksmith. You know, if it doesn't have that kind of draw for you, if you're not drawn to it like that every day, and thinking about it constantly, putting all your time and efforts into it, you can't expect to be a great blacksmith in a year's time. Okay? You got to crawl before you walk. You can't just jump out of bed, throw your boots into successful blacksmith's boots, and call yourself a successful blacksmith, in my opinion. Everybody has the possibility to be one, though. You just got to want it. I've always said anybody can do anything if you put your mind to it. You just got to want it. You can't just think it, say it. Say, I'm going to be a successful blacksmith. If you've got the balls to say that out loud in front of other people, then you've got the balls to do it. Remember that. If you want something, the only way you're going to get is to speak it. There you go, Alan. Learn how to make stuff you always wanted to make, and that's what matters, man. Find something that you love and make it and get proficient at it. You know what I mean? Practice, practice, practice. That's right, Curtis. No flash fan shit. Or you just somebody throwing some water into a hot pan and you're going to fizzle out? Or are you going to linger? Also, something else to remember, just because you don't have a YouTube channel does not mean you're not a great blacksmith. Countless awesome, amazing, world-class smiths out there, bladesmiths, blacksmiths, that aren't on YouTube, okay? They're not videoing and keeping record of everything they do. They've got websites and all that. They don't care about YouTube, okay? So you can't measure your success as a blacksmith from YouTube all the time, okay? I mean, unless you're somebody like Alex Smith or Alex Steele, who's got 1 million subscribers. say you can measure your success by that, but 1,300. This is a guy that sometimes people like to watch be stupid. But I do make sales. I do have a business. It's going well right now, and hopefully it picks up a little bit. But it's to be expected to be like this. I'm not behind on bills or anything like that. I'm not starving. I'm not drowning in debt because of blacksmithing. It's keeping up. It's managing. Is it making what I was making as a fence man? Not close. But sometimes money's not the most important thing. It really isn't. And I understand that, Alan. Yeah. But at the same time, are they making the videos so they can have people tell them they're doing better, or are they making the videos because they want to vlog what they're doing? Do they need the pat on the back for comfort, or are they making the videos because it's helping them? Because if they're making the videos because it's helping them just to put it out there, then there's no, hey, this guy's got 10 subscribers, let's go get it more. And I've seen in some of these chats, guys, where y'all are promoting someone's channel that doesn't even make videos. Like, I'm not going to subscribe to someone's channel that's not making videos just because they want subscribers. 100 subscribers isn't going to do shit for you. Okay? 100 subscribers, if you're not making videos, you're never going to grow unless somebody's saying, hey, go subscribe to his channel because we like him. He's not making videos, just go subscribe to him. Jim, that's in the works, buddy. I really want you guys to know that. That is definitely in the works. But there's also some smiths out there that I respect and I almost step on their toes that already offer high quality woodworking tools. And I don't think I can compete with those. Yamez's live fit stream is in about 14 minutes at noon. He tells me that generally his is around noon, but he likes to wait about 10 minutes till mine's done if I do one on Saturday to give time for mine to be over and let everybody filter out of here. That way they can get time to go get a drink, refill, whatever, and come to his. So generally he likes to wait about 15 minutes till I'm done, but he doesn't have to by any means. Mine's an every other weekend thing. His is an every weekend thing. So realistically, I think I should be shutting down in time to make it to his. Don't want to watch it. I'm going to flux this, set it to the side. Speaking of shutting down, I'm going to shut the forge down now. We're going to go grind that real quick. I'm going to go and take this, hit it with my sander real quick. You guys want to bear with me and stick around long enough to see the etch. That's right, Curtis. Advice to live by. See you, Kevin. Thanks for taking the time. But let me go and take care of this real quick. All right, is there still anybody in here? Still got, wow, you guys stayed. All right, I got it up to a 220 grit here. I didn't take it all the way down there, but see right here, that right there is superficial. You can see where I've ground through it there. I just ground enough to know that it's just superficial. It's the top part of the fold. That's the rag that we said we were going to lose this line right here. But that right there is solid. I've ground through it in most places just to show that it's solid. But yeah, got it degreased. Don't want to touch it. And I'm going to wire it up and hang it down that edge and sit here and chit chat with you guys for a few minutes until we can see something on this bad boy. If, of course, I find my wire again. Penny, did you see where I laid my wire the other night whenever I etched that for you and showed it to you? I was live. I was on camera when I did it. I lose every damn thing. If it's not attached to me, I lose it. Love doing this. Love it. Where'd that piece of chain go? I just seen. Watch, I'm gonna hook this up and get it in there, and then I'll find that damn wire, my copper wire that I use for this. This is annoying, but it's part of being a blacksmith. God damn it. Excuse my language. Get a little frustrated with these damn things. That'll hold the damn thing. Makes it better. There. It's hanging in there. Christ-centered ironworks. What happened to David? Prayers for David. David Wenzel, what happened, buddy? Tell me. Right now, we are almost finishing up, Roy. We consolidated a bunch of wrought iron. See, where's it at? I set it over here. There. Oh, it's on the anvil right here. We took some wrought iron hinges, Roy, and folded them all up and trying to consolidate it. We're making a nice block of wrought iron here. And we're going to be making a leg vise mounting bracket for John Coffey. I found John Coffey a leg vise down here for real cheap, about half the price of what they go for up there. And I'm bringing it up from during Quad State. But it needs a mounting bracket. The mounting bracket that's on it's broken, and I'm also going to forge a new collar for it. The collar it has on it is not made of wrought. The collar that's on it is just a piece of pipe that someone cut to replace the broken collar, I guess. It's a completely working vise. I would just like to go back with wrought iron on it. Give you a shot of it here, Roy. You see this collar here? That's supposed to be made out of wrought iron. You know that. I know that. Most people that have these vices can see that their collar there, their spacer between the jaw and bell that's in the screw box assembly, supposed to have a wrought iron collar there. Well, that didn't have it, so they just took a piece of pipe that wouldn't slide up inside there and put it there. And then, of course, the mounting bracket. So I'm going to go back and make all this out of wrought before I bring it up to John. So hopefully it works out well. Did I buy the one? No, I got that one for free. There, Jonathan. I got that vise for free. Yeah, that's your vise, John. That one's yours, buddy. I didn't know that there was one being sold in Cherryville. What's he wanting for it, Jonathan? Let me know. I might buy it. David, brother, I don't know what's going on with you, man, but I seen something about congestive heart failure. I hate to hear that, man. If that's about you or anybody in your family or close to you, man, I'm praying for you, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, and your monkey tail tongs are almost finished. I've just got to file up the boss a little bit. And wait, $65 for a post vise in Johnson. Why haven't you bought that yet? Are you waiting for someone to kick you in the rump and tell you you're being stupid? Go buy it. If you got $65, get it. If you can come up with $65 somehow, get it. Yeah, what's wrong with it for that price? At $65, man, it's about worth taking a video game system to the pawn shop if you can't got the money to buy it. Take one of them things to the pawn shop and go get it. Because, man, you don't see them for that cheap. I got mine for free because of a friend. Right. Sell it for double. Make you some money off of it, man. Buy it with the money that you went and got a loan on a video game system. You ain't got the money or something, a tool. Go get a loan. Buy it. Put it back up for sale. Sell it for double your money. Go get your stuff back out of the pawn shop. Put the extra money in your pocket. You made some money. There you go. Wait, Levi's, is it Levi that's selling it? Selling the post vise? You didn't tell me it was Levi selling it, Jonathan. Well, if you don't get it, I'm going to get it. You can bet on that. Oh, different guy. Okay. I was going to say, if it's Levi, go get it. I've seen the vise Levi's got. He's got a nice vise. Did pawn in 60 seconds. Yeah. Snooze, you lose, Curtis. That's right, man. You need to jump on these things when they come up. You don't need to wait. I could make a killing off the vise that I got from John Coffey. I really could. So I'm coming to Quad State. I could sell it. I sell that vise for $250. Once I put that new collar on there and forge a wrought iron mounting bracket for it, I could easily get $250 for it. John, am I right or wrong? That's right, 25. That's right, before forging fire. Adam, have a good one. We're going to give this thing a couple more minutes in the etch, and we'll take it out, and we'll let you guys see it since you stuck around this long. We're just a shade over 2 hours, but I don't care. You guys threw some monies at me in Super Chat today, so it's worth it. You guys paid a little extra for me to stay a little longer. So thank you to John Coffey and Ulf for those Super Chats today as well. I really appreciate that. Yeah, that vise, I'm giving it to John Coffey for a hell of a deal, specifically because, one, I like the guy, and two, he's done a lot for me already, and he's opened up his home for us up there, so it's the least I could do. I was going to bring him one that I found for $200. I was going to buy it and bring it up to him, but I just happened to get this one. A buddy of mine said, hey, I got this vise here. You can have it. Do what you need to with it. I was like, you sure? Told him I don't want it rusting out there and just sitting out going to waste. I can find somebody to give it a good home. So we're going to hook old John Coffey up with that. A couple of guys said they wanted it, and I was like, well, he's already paid me for it, so you guys might have to fight him. I think I gave you a fair deal on it, right? Yeah, HOJ Ford's in the middle of a move to another state, I believe. But it's been 2 months since his last video, 3. From what I heard, he hasn't even done anything on his Patreon account. So, Stephen Keffer, how you doing? Kiefer, excuse me. Yeah, it's afternoon now. It's 12:04. Quad State. Yeah, you excited, champ? I'm excited. I get to meet a lot of you guys, man. All right, it kind of did what I wanted it. We've got stripes on half the billet, the bottom half of the billet, and flats on the top. As of right now, it don't look too spectacular, but I think I've got a suspicion that this thing is going to be awesome once you start grinding it, because you got to remember this billet's 2 sides. Let me dry this thing off real well, put some paste on it. That way it doesn't rust, and we'll show you this pattern. I think my paste is in the shop. I'll be right back. Roy, I don't know if how long you were here, bud, but kind of had a little rant this morning. In old Roy fashion. You see there? What do you think about that? We got stripes on the top half, flats on the bottom, because I twisted it and then turned it up on its corner flat one way, turned it on another corner flat in the other way. That way it would kind of give us a U shape right there. And it would alternate the twist. But when we flip this, remember, this side's going to be opposite of it. And I think it's going to look freaking awesome. So that's the Damascus that we were making. That's just the tail end of the bar. This is really just the scrap off the bar. But it made quite a large billet, 1/2 inch thick, 1.5 inches, 3/4 wide, something like that. And this one, almost as long as my forearm. So this is going to make a nice blade. And this is going to be a nice billet for someone. Yeah, wood grainy. It's kind of what I was going for, wood grainy. It's a low layer count. It's only 34 layers. So it's going to be a really bold pattern, guys. Really bold pattern. So, but I know Yamaz is live. I know a lot of you guys are trying to catch on his live stream. I want to catch it as well, and I want to sit down and relax too. It's Saturday. Got racing tonight. Good luck to all of the guys out there. We got a Thunder Bomber double feature tonight. They're going to invert the field on the second feature. So it's going to be a great night of racing for me. I need to get some rest, relax a little bit before we head out to the track. So I really appreciate everybody stopping on this Saturday. Remember, not next Saturday, the following, we'll do another one. Roy, what did you miss in the rant? My rant kind of went along with your professional blacksmith, your successful blacksmith rant. Basically in agreement with you. Notice there's been a large influx of channel promotions popping around here lately from a lot of people. And I hate to say it, but just because you got a camera doesn't mean you're a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? We'll see you, Curtis. It basically was to be hitting on your rant. If you don't got countless unproductive, unpaying, non-monetized hours in your shop, practicing your techniques, perfecting your techniques, honing your skills, building up your, what I call my boneyards of junk projects, things I've screwed up. If you don't have that laying around, you're not a successful blacksmith. I don't care what you say. You're not going to jump out of the bed running. Basically what I was saying there, Roy. You've got to put in the effort, the time. Just because you turn it, and then that is kind of was all involved in, you know, there's a lot of channels, and I've been noticing in a lot of these chats, a lot of people are promoting channels, and some of them don't even have videos. You know, I'm not going to jump down with that. It's if you're not putting out videos with substance or content that's above. I mean, if your niche is entertainment and you are entertaining and catch my eye and I want to watch you, yeah, I'll subscribe to your channel. If you are putting out great informational content like Roy does, or John Switzer, or Brian Brazil, or Tim over Big Dog, you know, folks like them that I actually watch to learn from, yeah, I'm going to subscribe to you. But if you're just a guy that's a fan on YouTube and you're jumping in this craze of wanting to be a YouTuber because everybody else is doing it, this isn't a flash in the pan kind of job. This isn't flash in the pan anything. You've got to put the effort in. And unfortunately, a lot of these channels that are popping up are going to be flash in the pans. I want them to succeed. And I subscribe to the ones that I think are going to succeed. I really am. They have the drive, the passion, the dedication. They're out there every day, and they're constantly posting content. They're constantly posting pictures on my group on Facebook of stuff they're working on. You can see the ones that have the passion and the ones that are doing it just because everybody else is doing it. You know, that's on the bubble. When the bubble pops, they're out of here. They're doing something different. You've got to put the effort in. Roy's been a blacksmith professionally since before Forged and Fire. And I guarantee you, whenever the bubble pops on this fad of blacksmithing, that he's going to be a blacksmith afterwards. I am too. And that's what you got to take in consideration when you're starting a channel. People are subscribing, you know, people are watching you. They start getting accustomed to your videos. They expect content, you know, stuff like that. And at a certain point, you do get, you join the partnership program with YouTube. It's all great, but you got to hit that level. But once you hit that level, it becomes a little more serious. You know, if you have a Patreon, you need to be putting out enough content to make it work. These guys that are paying for subscription, you got to be putting out content with substance. You can't be putting out fail video after fail video after fail video. You have to have some kind of skill, because people are paying to watch you because they want to learn from you. They're not paying to watch you so they can watch you screw up everything and not learn anything. Because for entertainment value, I pay for Netflix for entertainment if I want to watch something funny, right? So I just, that's right. Can't get rid of them. You like to play, girl. It's just longevity. If your channel doesn't show promise and longevity, then you either, if you're serious about wanting to be on YouTube or be a successful blacksmith, because then you need to find a way to create that longevity, find a niche. And I also said, boy, you don't have to, you can't measure your success as a blacksmith off of YouTube. I guarantee you, Roy, you don't measure your success as a blacksmith off of YouTube. I know you let it slip one night how much your annual salary is. I'm not going to repeat that because it's impressive, and I 100% believe you on that, because I see some of the price of some of your work. I know what the price of some of my work is, and I know the volume at which I sell at puts me in a certain range, and I know for a fact I don't sell at the volume you do. But I do know that it's very, very possible to make the salary you make. And with that being said, you make that salary, you ain't making that because off of YouTube. YouTube don't hardly pay crap. You can't judge your success off of YouTube unless you're up in the millions of subscribers like Alex Steele or DeResta or someone like that. You're moderately successful. You can judge moderate success, you know, as a YouTuber off of subscribers on YouTube. But as far as a blacksmith goes, your success comes from your customer base, your client base, your product that you put out, your turnover rate as far as how fast you turn out work, the return from if you have problems with your work, is that what's your reviews look like? Are people happy with the purchase they make? Are they feel like you burn them with a hot prod when you charge them for something? Do they feel like that you undercharged them? Those are the things you measure your success off of, not how many people are watching you on YouTube. And there you go. He's not a pro YouTuber. He's a professional blacksmith. Okay. YouTube doesn't make you successful. YouTube just helps build your audience. Okay. YouTube helps get you a draw, bring in the people to watch what you're doing. It lets you build an audience. It lets people know you're out there, because I wouldn't have a business that I have right now if it wasn't for YouTube. People know that I'm a blacksmith, because it's not like fence, you know. My neighbor, let me go to a neighborhood 5 miles down the road. There's 400 houses in there. 75% of them are going to build a fence. It's easy. Boom. That's easy math. That's common. You know, so I don't have to go on YouTube to advertise around the world for fence, because I can sell it in my backyard. Blacksmithing, on the other hand, I can go in that same neighborhood of 400 people. One person might buy something from a blacksmith at the price of blacksmith charge. One person. So you kind of need other avenues to advertise yourself when you have these different kind of niche crafts, specialties and stuff like that. That's not for the average person. So YouTube definitely can help you as far as that. But it doesn't make you a good blacksmith. Just because you got people watching you on YouTube doesn't mean you're a good blacksmith. They could be watching you because you're known for screwing everything up. We all know someone that's like that, that's known for more mistakes than successes. But I think that's his niche on YouTube, the learning process, learning himself. That's what makes him successful on YouTube. People want to see him go through the process, and he's not afraid to fail. Okay. But he sticks with it till he has success. That's what sets him apart. A lot of these other new YouTube channels are popping up, and they have failure after failure after failure. And did they open up Patreon and say, hey, come support me? Well, show me something successful, right? I want to learn something from you. If you can't do what I'm doing, I'm not going to pay to support it, right? So that's kind of how my rant was. I kind of just dove back into it pretty much there, Roy. Go back, check it out. There you go. Successful and blessed before YouTube, will be after. There you go, Martin. And that's another thing I touched on that rant too. Are you making videos for yourself? At that point, make them. Make the videos. If that's what's helping you learn, absolutely make them so you can watch your technique. Are you making videos for a pat on the back? Because then you're not really trying to improve your technique. You're just trying to get that approval from other people, right? So that's kind of how I feel. If you don't feel the same way, I apologize. I don't mean to upset anyone with my opinions, but my opinions are my opinions, and I always encourage all of you to do what you want to do. I encourage you. Anybody can be a great blacksmith as long as they put their mind to it. Okay, just because you want to be a blacksmith doesn't mean you are a successful blacksmith. There's a step between want and becoming, and that's the big wide practice, the effort, putting in the time. That's where you become a successful blacksmith. I mean, anybody can do it. You just got to really, really, really want to do it. So I'm not discouraging anyone from doing YouTube or blacksmithing. I'm just telling you, be realistic with yourself. Don't be a flash in the pan if you're serious about wanting to be successful at it. You've got to stick to it. Okay. Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna go calm down, like Roy says. John Coffey. I always watch your videos, man, because I like the style of your videos, man. I like what you're doing. You know, they're short, but I like the feel good music you put in the background. You know, just little updates. Your personality. You got a lot of charisma with the people. You know, you got a draw to you. So I like what you're doing. Obviously, I'm subscribed to your channel. If I like what you're doing, I'm subscribed to your channel. Think about that. And if I haven't subscribed to your channel, it doesn't mean I don't like what you're doing. It just means I may not have seen your channel yet. So give me time. If you have suggestions for channels, I check out every channel suggestion. I go back through all these comments and I check out every channel suggestion. So there's some new ones that were told to me today. I'm going to check them out today after EMS's live stream. And if you get a subscription from me, then that means I like your content. I'm not jumping on the bandwagon of passing out subscriptions to everybody just because they're subscribers. Okay. They got to have content and validity for me. That's just how I am. I've got very little free time. I don't want to spend my free time on pointless shit. Excuse my language, but I don't have time for stuff that's pointless. Okay. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to get this hot cow off my body here because I am cooking, even though it's only about 85 degrees. It's hot. And I'm going on over to Yamez's live stream, Island Metal Forge. Go check him out. He's live right now. It's his birthday too, guys. So don't miss out. Go tell that man happy birthday because he's always doing stuff for everybody else. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We're going to catch you again on Thursday night. So be here.